Good evening, everyone. Our task is to choose two interesting trends in technology, and we have chosen 5G in everyday life and digital health. Uh, Jeline will now explain the definition about 5G to us.
Okay, so 5G or the fifth generation is under the telecommunication. It is the planned successor to 4G networks, which is engineered to greatly increase the speed of responsiveness of wireless networks that travels at multi-gigabyte speed. So here are the advantages of 5G networks in our everyday life.
These are the advantage of 5G network. First is the speed and low latency. When we talk about speed, it says that the responders will quickly responding, especially when it comes on emergency, and low latency when it comes on videos and games downloading, and the second one is the 5G features increased capacity on the network. Providing a community with a robust 5G network has a variety of benefits. Consider all the public spaces where large group of people gather and use their phones, such as festivals, concerts, and sporting events. These large number of people put pressure on a network, but with 5G, more connectivity can be provided to these areas with lower latency and expanded access for a larger group in the area who may need it. Next,
The third is how 5 benefits computing. 5G cellular technologies should also benefit edge computing, bringing critical resources and processing tasks closer to the resources of the data and to the user, speeding data transfer by shortening the distance that it has to travel will not only improve latency but will also allow permit complex function to occur within the network near the end user, meaning that the end user device would require less processing capability and consume less energy. Mas 5G and the Internet of Things. All of the aforementioned benefit tie closely into the continually expanding Internet in some way, whether that wearables, smart refrigerators, autonomous car, or just your laptop. 5G will provide the critical connectivity needed for IoT. That's all.
Okay, before we will proceed to the disadvantages, Chelsea and Rosedale, what can you say about 5G internet in your own daily life? Na kuan ba ninyo sa inyong daily life kanang
Ye-
gaka-input ba siya sa
yes.
inyo? Gakagamit ba siya?
Yes. Yes, magamit mi siya kung asa ka padulong kay ang 5G kay mo speed up siya up at 10 times kaysa 4G. Kung asa man ka kapadulong, mas tsada ni siya kaysa sa 4G.
Oh, okay, very good. Proceed ta sa disadvantages.
So, hi guys. So, pasensyahin ninyo kung camera kay murag ni Dirt gid siya. So, nawala ang kanang light sa akong cam. I don't know ano siya. So, mag-proceed na lang ko balag di maklaro kong naong ha. So, even though 5G network has a lot of benefits, it also had a lot of disadvantages. One of its disadvantages was the immediate obsolescence. 5G network required a device that would support it, and the current 4G device do not have this capability and will become obsolete. So meaning, ang 5G network, kailangan niya og device nga mopit sa iyaha. And the 4G network below is dili kaya adapon ang iyang ability or dili kaya madaog si 5G. So, so many devices would not be competent to 5G Ma-out of date sila 4G in short, and all of the devices below 4G need to be replaced with new one, and it's really an expensive deal. The next one is technological exclusion. 5G network also implies a lack of immediate accessibility for average packet. So, tungod kay na siya kamahalon, it really hard para sa mga tao nga pareha nato nga gamay lang og income. Combined with a delay in its implementation due to a lack of means for its use, as what I've said, nga need niya replacement sa iyang device nga mo fit kay 5G if mogamit ka og 5G network. So that's all about the disadvantages in 5G network. How about you, Rizal Jean Villaganas? What can you say about the 5G everyday life disadvantages?
So, as the continuation of disadvantages of 5G network in everyday life that has reported by Almira Jane Salusiran, so insufficient infrastructure, 5G network require a whole ambitious investment in infrastructure to increase bandwidth and expand coverage, and this is not cheap. So in order to make 5G network effective, nagkinahanglan siya og dako nga pamuhunan para sa infrastructure nga itukod. So, tungod sa gasto, nagkinahanglan og dako nga budget para sa mga government, hilabi na nga nakatong nag-manage sa 5G network. So next is risk insecurity and proper data handling. All of this requires an optimal data management, and those is where the most conflicted part of the advantage versus disadvantage lies. So it because fast technology naman gyud siya, so it requires a big data techniques. So the security and privacy issue is yet to be solved. And that's it. Thank you.
Naka-access like kanang ang sa inyong use karon like phones, mga ana. Mo agree ba mo sa disadvantage niya nga part or sa advantage?
Kay, sorry Ate Cam, can you please repeat kay ano sa imo ako ang kuandari? Putol yung tingog sa ako.
Okay. Before ta mo proceed ba kaning disadvantage sa 5G in everyday life, naka-apply ba siya sa inyong sa karon? Naka-apply ba siya sa imo or unsa imo masulti about ani? Baka mo agree sa dito ba ka sa advantage or sa disadvantage
Well, sa ako
in your own opinion
yeah,
na nga? Para
yeah. Well, sa ako yes, nice good siya kay yung mga advantages, but kailangan pud nato sabton nga na pud siya mga disadvantages. For example, yes, useful siya kay taas ang signal, fast internet siya, pero kita ba na regular person, wala pa mo kita gamay ra ba jud income, so kaya ba nato siya i-afford? Kay ang 5G man jud is mahal. For example, you use a phone, the 4G lang siya, and then you buy a 5G network. Ang imong phone nga, applicable lang ang 4G, dili siya magamit. So, but pasabot, if magamit kag 5G, you need to buy a new one. For example, dagan betag mga kuan like mga 4G lang below. So, if pag-purchase tag 5G, you need to purchase po tanan. So, para sa kuha, murag, okay na ako sa 4G below kaysa 5G nga. Fast internet siya, pero kuan mo po siya magastos.
okay, thank you Almira for your opinion. How about you, Rizal? Do you have anything to say?
Ako? Ako ay so we laid out naman ang mga advantage and disadvantages. So depende na gyud na sa
Ano naman
perspective
sa
sa person, no? Like You have to be
Mm-mm.
adaptive to the change of times and responsive to the need of the time. So kung feeling nimo nga kuan makaya ra nimo kung magbag-o ka, so didto ka kay we all have our own choices man. So kung practical ka, so dito ra gyud sa 4G kay magamit mo magyapon siya dinhi sa atoa bisan og dili ta mag 5G. So that's it.
Mm. Sakto. Okay, let's proceed to digital health. Digital health is for a while lang ha. Okay, digital health is a discipline that includes digital care programs, technologies with health, healthcare living, and society to enhance the efficiency of healthcare delivery and to make medicine more personalized and precise. And another meaning of it is digital health refers also to the use of information and communication technologies in medicine and other health professions to manage the illness and health risks and to promote wellness. So ang digital health is useful siya sa mga hospitals and pharmacies yun. So, para mas makasabot yun ta, let's proceed to the advantages of digital health.
Okay, so I have here five advantages of digital health, which is the responsive and sustainable healthcare, which explains that through digital platforms, patients have quicker access to health services, improving the quality of the care provided to them. Also, it helps reduce burdens on healthcare facilities by pioneering the idea of self-care for patients. Another one is prevention before treatment, which is very timely these days such that we are experiencing pandemic. By the means of digital health, it helps patients to self-manage their health conditions through regular monitoring and tracking of symptoms. This boils down to live by the phrase, an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. Next one is remodeling the patient and doctor relationship. This engages the patients with their healthcare provider, making them co-designer of their care and treatment plans. The direct and shared access of health status of the patient transgresses into the sense of partnership, trust, and transparency between the patient and the doctor. The next one is expanding the reach of healthcare professionals. This reduces the administrative burden that it outturns to expand their time for actual patient contact and monitoring, particularly important to those who are located in rural areas such that travel is difficult and not recommended. The last one is leveling the platform. This access to affordability that reduces the financial burdens for both parties. It is also a gateway to online communities where patients can find encouragement and engagement to those with similar health issues.
So, mao to ang atong mga advantages digital health. So, tsada kay siya paminawon no kay kuan kay siya mga platform makita gid nato nga ang hospital pud karon ga-expand so na sila yung mga something medical mission mga yung ana ang hospital pud karon kuan na kayo more on technology especially sila ang mga system dali ra kay pangitaon ang mga medicine na karon through sila ang system so dako gyud kay tabang pud ang digital health karon so next is disadvantages of digital health so naagi disadvantages no complicated and complex health information causes concern for the patients. Second is clinician reports elevate patient-provider relationship concerns. Hacker can approach and access patient's record. Kani gid ang pinaka-worst. Kay gakahack. Dali ra pud gid gakahack ang system. Labi na nga katong mga IT expert. So, it needs to be upgraded on a regular basis. So, kinahanglan gid gyapon ta nga magpagawas og money para lang i-upgrade kay everything is pricey big kayo karon mahal Digital health records are expensive. So imo ulit ako ingon nga mahal na gid karon. Complex and composite process. So ang disadvantages po niya is kanang ang mga information sa atong mga patients is kabalo ba gid ta nga kanang private. So dapat dili siya pwede i-share, then dili gid nato maiwasan nga na yung mga hacker manang kuan gid gyapon kayo ang disadvantages. But para sa kuha, sarap okay pud ko sa advantages ay sa advantage nga part kay ang katong mga naa sa lagyo matabangan gyud, right? Okay, matabangan gyud, di ba?
Mm.
So dako gid siyang tabang pud ang technology sa karon nga generation. Marato, thank you.
No, and if I may add lang, no, like kuan gid ko pro digital health gid ko karon kay my daughter is epileptic man, and then last June is dapat matumig si UMC.
Okay.
But then gabi ba mo ba itong nag-surge balik ang COVID. So wala mi gidayon kay bata ba ano ang immune system. So grabe kay siya ka useful sa ako nga part kay nag face to face rami nga on ay face to face nag kuan rami nag virtual consultation rami sa iyang doktor. So gyapon pwede ra ma-assess. So napa ba mo i-add?
Sakto. So dako gid siyang tabang. Basi naamoy mga comment, Almira, Rizal, Rosedale, and Chelsea about sa digital health.
None so far.
Nato for.
And so far, ma'am, let's go
So,
home.
so far, so thank you kaayo no nahuman kita sa atong discussion bahala daghang struggle sa life.
So, ma-picture sa ta
I hope
picture
naging na gid
taking.
ni.
Picture
This is
taking.
it.
This is it, pansit.
Okay, picture taking.
Ang mga camera.